All right. Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is where you are. I'm Dr. Sheila, and this is January 21st. Wow, Wednesday, and it's our favorite day of the week because we get to talk about everything AO scan and everything else that Solex has. But the AO scan is what really just blows us away. The way people are using it, the results that they're getting, the experiences that others are having. Oh my goodness. And I apologize for my head getting chopped off. I've tried the lighting and it's not working. So it's like we don't not do something just because it's not perfect. We're going to do it anyway. So I just want to welcome you this evening. Thank you so much for taking time to be here because that's what makes this so much fun is seeing your faces, hearing your stories, and usually I'm in tears. So I'm just going to get it opened up and make sure that we hear everybody's stories. So if you have something to share with us, I would love for you to unmute or raise your hand, whatever you're comfortable doing, and tell us something. Tell us some things. Caplets, I think you've got some things to say. You've been gone for a while.
I tell you, we could probably take this whole phone call up, so we'll try not to. But, I realized being on this, we were gone for 25 days.
Oh my gosh.
And I realized I don't need to be connected, via email or cell phone or anything like that. That was good. That was a nice disconnect. But not having internet for half of our trip was devastating when it comes to our scanner.
Oh.
And it made me realize how dependent I am on the AO scan. Um, the thing I missed the most was the inner voice. So we did not have internet that was good enough to support an easy scan. It would, you'd get like a minute into it and then it would shut off. So I sometimes could get an inner voice in, but not always. I couldn't listen to my balancing harmonics for weeks.
Oh
She
my.
was a mess.
What happens when I don't have my inner voice? The immune system, is compromised. I I couldn't fight things as well as I could when I'm listening to my inner voice. I got some sort of bacterial infection when we were in El Salvador. Something my body didn't know how to fight. Um, so, and I said to Jason, I don't have my inner voice. Like I could send myself frequencies for certain things. I could find out, using Cephi what my body needed. But true healing came when I had internet. So sometimes I'd have to get up in the middle of the night and do an inner voice while nobody else was on the Wi-Fi so that I could have a good enough connection to actually be able to listen to those balancing harmonics. I could feel the shifts in my body as soon as I was able to listen to a complete 12 minutes. And I emailed that to myself, and because if I couldn't get good internet again to do another one, at least I had that to fall back on. So it just reinforces always email it to yourself just in case you need it, download it. Can't say enough good things about the inner voice and what not having it did.
Wow. That's
Um,
huge. That's really
it
big to
is,
hear.
yeah. But not only that, just having my my playlist. I went through my book before, that great frequency book that most of you have probably purchased. I went through that and took screenshots of every playlist I thought I might need just in case. Because over there's insects that we're not familiar with. Our
Right.
bodies don't know how to deal with them as well. So having those different playlists that I could broadcast to myself, those were life changing, or at least game changing as far as like me getting over things, insect bites or nausea. I don't know. I had this bug. Um, so
It was probably one of the worst vacations for us for the amount of time that she was down and out that we couldn't go tour around and do fun stuff.
Wow.
Um, it was more than ever in the
mhm.
past. And
But every time I had something go on, I'm like, Jason, I just need like, and we were on a cruise most recently, and we didn't have the Wi-Fi package. So again, that was a struggle. And so we had a friend that lent us their connection so that I could do an inner voice. And I would just go back to the cabin and I would listen to the inner voice and I could feel everything go back into place.
Wow.
So
Wow. Oh my goodness. Somebody suggested maybe getting a mini Starlink to travel with. I'm not familiar
yeah,
with it, but
we looked into Starlink. Now we were gone for a long time, so we already had
We'll get into that another time.
two full suitcases. Didn't have the room to take in like the Starlink. But yes, that
wow.
It's being looked into.
it's going to be looked into because I can't do this again.
Yeah, when I went on my cruise last spring, I got the internet package just because I knew I couldn't be without the scanner.
hmm And
And
I will be getting it. You know, like it costs money,
it's
and
expensive.
the Solex cruise coming up in like
Yep.
less than 2 months, and
Yep.
I like no, I need it. I realize that's only 7 days, but it is money that I will spend.
Wow. Wow.
hmm
That is a really powerful testimony.
And I think Jason has another one to share.
You bet.
So December 20th, my family decided to have our Christmas together. Melissa made me help out in the kitchen, and this is what happened.
Oh my gosh.
I cut the end of my finger off, like about an eighth of an inch of my fingertip was like sitting on the cutting board.
Oh,
It was bleeding and bleeding. It wasn't something that you could stitch closed. It was just deep enough that you couldn't stitch it closed, but not deep enough to do anything else really. So it was just like suffer through it. So we bandaged it up. It was super sensitive, and Melissa started playing frequencies right away, and that took care of it. The next morning, I got up and I tried to get the gauze off my finger, and I couldn't get the gauze off because the skin had already started to.
The healing had already
The
started.
healing had already started,
gosh.
and so I spent all day trying to.
Soak it.
This was what my finger looked like with the gauze on it, and I'm trying to fight to get it off. Now, my brother-in-law is a nurse.
Oh,
I'll call him my son-in-law because he's been with the family for 4.5 years now, but he still hasn't engaged my daughter. He's a EMT, so I mean, I got the medics with me, and so we got it kind of clotted up. But the next morning, when I'm trying to take this gauze off, it wasn't coming because the skin was already, or the body was already starting to heal it. And so I ended up having to go to emergency that night. I waited till 8 o'clock. I tried everything we could possibly think of to get it off, but it honestly, I was looking at not going to church that morning because every time I pulled on it, it dropped me. Like I was exhausted before 8 o'clock in the morning trying to get this gauze off my finger. And so we finally got it off, but I had to use like numbing
They
cream.
used a topical, like a really potent topical, rather than and like because he didn't want to have any injections
injections.
to do that.
yeah.
And so, yeah, we did all that. The next morning I wake up and it's just throbbing. Like, I'm like, I wish my whole finger was cut off at this point because it is dying. Like it hurts. So we played frequencies. And within half an hour, the pain was easily bearable. It went from a 9.5 to a 4
Wow.
in less than an hour.
Oh my
And it was
gosh.
just a playlist, a pain control, playlist that I created, and
it worked.
Wow. That's amazing.
and just with the scanning and optimizing in the short time before we left on holidays, like his body just responded so well to healing. It was just great.
Yeah, I think between the frequencies, the ocean, because I'd go float around and tread water in the ocean for half an hour a day minimum, grounding, walking the beaches. Like it's almost completely healed. And that's not even,
it's crazy.
it's not like it's still a little
it's a
numb.
month, right? I guess it would be a month.
It'll be a month
Yeah,
yesterday.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
It's grown back completely almost.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So and I attribute it all to the frequencies and the different scans that you're able to
And
figure
the
out.
red light. He had
And
the
the red light.
660 band over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
so we'll let someone else go, and then we have
Wow.
more.
That's
So go ahead,
amazing that he started healing so fast.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Goodness. Oh my gosh. Ah, I'm glad that it's all better now.
Yep. It's
And
a
I'm
little
glad that we
sensitive still,
haven't.
but it's a little sensitive, honestly. Like
Yep.
it's a little numb, but like I can hit it now and it doesn't hurt anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where bumping it would just drop me to my knees for
Oh
the
my
first
goodness.
couple weeks, so or a week and a
Yeah.
half. But yeah,
Must have
but
cut
yeah,
some nerves.
it
Oh,
definitely cut nerve.
absolutely, it did. The amount of pain he was in.
Yeah,
Goodness
yeah.
sakes.
So
And we did spend a
Yes.
lot of time using the beta um, in airplane mode on planes, because we spent a lot of time on planes where there was no Wi-Fi anyway. So that works really well. I always have sinus issues on the airplanes, and landings can be very, very, very painful for me. And I just get in the habit now of putting on sinus. I have a little playlist that I play for sinus pressure and sinus disorders and breathe easy and all that kind of stuff. And I have never had an issue since playing this
Wow.
frequency. So
Oh my gosh.
another great positive there.
Oh
We
my
just have to
gosh.
remember, how powerful the scanner is and all of the different things, because quite often you forget that you have it, and
Yeah.
that it's literally part of our first aid kit.
Yeah. And I'm guilty of that because I'll be dealing with something and completely not even think about the scanner. And that's why I love having this call every week because it's such a great reminder of what people are doing and
Mm-hmm.
how
yeah,
empowering this is.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
literally everything we deal with, we have a solution in the scanner.
That's right.
Well, thanks for
Awesome.
letting us have the first half of your call.
Yes, thank you for sharing all that. Those were really great reminders. Excellent. All right. Thank you so much. Who else has something to share with us? Don't be bashful. This call's short. Unmute, raise your hand, whatever you'd like. We'd love to hear from you. It doesn't have to be about the scanner. It can be anything Solex, but we really love AOScan.
Nobody. My goodness, we're gonna have to go again.
I guess so.
Okay,
All
I have
right.
another one of our friends that we were traveling with before the cruise. He fell in the bathtub
Oh no.
and right on his knee. So guess what I did?
Alcohol was not a
And
factor.
there was no alcohol involved. So not only were we able to help him with inflammation and pain, by putting him into the scanner, running scans. I brought it up like it was his right knee. I brought that up on the scan and showed him exactly where, and he's like, yeah, he would say, yeah, that's exactly where the pain is. I did bring my face mask, my red light therapy face mask. So we used that on his knee, front and back, several times a day until we got on the ship. So that was very beneficial. I mean, how much can you really take with you
Right.
on trips like this, right? But
Yeah.
that's one thing that I packed, and I'm really glad I did, because it
Yeah.
came in very beneficial. And then just scanning and optimizing. That's the friend that gave me access to his internet on the ship, because I was helping him. So that was really beneficial there.
That was
So
God
Yeah.
at work.
I'm like, I can run scans on you if I had access to your internet. So we did a little swapsy, and that all worked out well. Now he was a drinker, is a drinker, so his acidity levels were very high, the whole cruise. So the scanner can only do too much or so much, when the body isn't getting enough water
Yeah.
and rest and whatnot. Yeah. But it definitely kept him at bay, because when I wasn't scanning him, he was having trouble walking.
Wow.
And as soon as I started optimizing or broadcasting frequencies, he was walking just fine. So it was
Wow.
another powerful story.
Yeah, that's amazing. Goodness sakes. And I have a hard time being away from home because I've got my own wellness center literally in my living room, and I can't take it all with me. So you do have to pick and choose. First, what's going to
Yeah.
fit easily?
Yeah. And you know what? Today was the first day that we used our rain since we've been home. We got home 2 days ago. Um, this is the first time that it what didn't drive me crazy. Like sometimes I get a lot of itchiness, like a lot. This time it didn't. And I said to Jason, I think it's because I was more grounded being on holidays, right? Just being exposed to the sand and the sea and the salt water and all of
Barefoot.
those amazing, being barefoot almost all the time. I was a lot more grounded. So now it's very, very comfortable to be under
Oh,
it today, where I'm not feeling like I'm being static like crazy.
yeah.
So we'll see how much longer that lasts. I might
Yeah,
need
keep us
another.
posted.
She's going to use that against me, though.
I need another vacation. Need
Yeah.
another vacation. Not
Yep.
grounded.
The rain lets us know when it's time to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I do wish though with the rain that it was able to get into Canada easier. And I know
Yeah.
that's something that it's with our government.
Yep.
We've had some QLAs really interested in purchasing the rain, and we can't get it across the border, right? So
Really?
yeah,
We got to
Wow.
smuggle them.
got to smuggle them to get them into Canada.
Well, that's
I guess
unfortunate, but it is a lot of things going on right now, not just in Canada, but we have other countries where we're having problems too. And it's not us. I mean, we're
no.
doing everything we can, but these governments are so Nazi.
Hmm.
Well, and it's the Canadian government in this case that doesn't want this stuff in the country.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we have to be creative on ways to get things that we need so that we
Yep.
can help ourselves and others.
Yeah.
You need to connect with people just across the border. Make friends just
Yeah.
across the
Exactly.
border. We
With
can
the
ship
Border
you them.
Patrol.
You can go pick it up. Oh my, yeah, make friends with the
Canada,
Border Patrol.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, another thing too I find challenging is I use my computer to take care of people because on my phone I can only do one person at a time. So that's another thing when I travel, I have to make sure I have my computer so I can have multiple tabs open. Because even with my family, I have two groups that I do for the multicast and multi-scan. So yeah, that makes it hard when you've just got your phone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have a
Wow.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, my chiropractor is he said he fell and he hit his head and he's losing function in one of his hands. And a very he's the one of the top chiropractors in the country. He works at Palmer. He's well known and he's really, really, really good. And he's losing his livelihood because his hand is not functioning correctly. It kind of hangs. And is there anything I can do to help him as far as function in that hand?
Well, have you scanned him?
No, I haven't, but I don't really know where to start. He's really old school, so I have to have my ducks in a row before I even go to him.
I'd be scanning and optimizing him, and body systems doing musculoskeletal and nervous, and he really
Okay.
needs to see somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
He probably needs to have an MRI.
Okay. Okay.
There's going to be a massive emotional factor to his injury as well.
Uh-huh.
Because now, like you just said, he can't make money. His livelihood is at stake right now. So he's
Mhm.
freaking out.
Yep.
He is.
And I would just tell him, I just want to try something for you. I need you to not ask me questions, but just answer the questions I ask of you right now. I need your name, your birthday, your height, your weight, and your email address. That's all I want to hear from you. Give me those answers. Get them all in. Okay. Now send me a voice sample. This is what it has to say. Send them that, get them to send you the 10-second voice sample, and then you record it into it and you do an inner voice for him.
Yeah.
And then you send him that and tell him he has to listen to it at least twice a day for minimum 12 minutes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
he lost his daughter and his wife. And just recently I've been led to just pray over his hands. I didn't know about this. But today he said, I want to let you know what's going on with me. I appreciate that you want to pray over my hands because this is what's going on. And so I think that my next step is to try to, do something. Yeah, get him in there and just start scanning him, optimizing.
Yep.
Because I'm sure it's a lot of, here too, emotional.
Is
Yeah.
it his left hand or right hand?
Right hand.
Interesting.
That is
I would have
interesting.
I would have thought it would be his left hand.
Same.
Well, pretty sure it's his right hand. I don't know. I should probably check. I don't remember. I think it's his right hand. Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad that you said that, because for him to listen to his inner voice, make him do that twice a day,
Okay.
at least twice a day, maybe three if he's got the time. But then the scanning and optimizing, you can do that without his voice clip after that initial easy scan. And then make sure you go to body systems and do musculoskeletal, nervous, um, maybe connective tissue, anything,
Okay.
everything that has to do with all of that, and scan and optimize there a couple times a
Okay.
day.
Okay.
And
All right.
maybe
Thank you.
chromosomes.
Yeah. Yeah. He said he fell on his head. So I don't know.
So he
Wow.
might have some issues in
I
C4,
was gonna
5,
say,
and 6
yeah.
as well, and maybe T1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It
don't
could
know.
be a
He's a
pain.
teacher. He's an instructor at Palmer, or he's always got students. And so I'm sure he's got people that can adjust him. So, okay. See, yeah. All right. Thank you.
But your scan will tell you. The scan will tell you what vertebrae are out, and
Yep.
then
Okay.
you can tell him what what he needs, and
Yep.
that'll
Comprehensive.
intrigue him.
Well,
If that doesn't
yeah.
if that doesn't open his eyes and go, okay, what do you know that I don't know, and how did you figure that out?
Mhm.
Yep.
Then you got him hook, line, and sinker, and then you
Yep.
just reel him in.
Yep.
Reel him in.
I'll do that.
Fish
I
on.
had I had T4 out from weightlifting, and I did a scan. I had pain back there, and it showed T4 was what was it, double ones, and the T3 was double nines. And so I just went in and I told him, I said, I think I have something going on at T3, T4. And he did his little thing, and he's like, well, T4 is out. And I'm like, yep, that's what one means. There's no energy flowing through there. And T3 is trying to compensate. And he's like, how did you know that? And I showed him the picture, and he's like, where did you get that? I mean, it's amazing. You've got literally got a CT scan, MRI right there.
Mhm. Okay.
And body systems will also identify things. So I love that too.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's amazing. Yeah, get back with us on that. Wouldn't that be something if you could help turn his situation around?
That would be amazing.
It would.
Yeah. And just the fact that I was asking to pray for him. I don't know why. I don't normally do that, but so we have he'll listen to me, I think.
Well, you have to do what Jason did. You just take control of the situation, and he doesn't have anything to say about it.
And that's when I was going to say, it's not that would be amazing. That will be amazing.
Yes.
If you take control of the situation, you'll make it happen, and then that will
Yes.
be amazing to him.
Yes. I love that.
If you let him control it, it would have been amazing.
It could have been amazing.
I need a lot of moxie for this guy.
You just take control and make things happen,
All
Mary.
right. Gotcha.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. We've still got 3 minutes. If anybody has a story, we'd love to hear it. This is just so much fun. We've got Cheryl coming on with 3 minutes to go. Cheryl, do you have anything to share? We've got a couple minutes left. You are muted. Oh, you don't have anything? Okay. Well, good to see you. We've got about 2 minutes left, but glad you could join us. You'll have to watch the replay because we had some really good stories.
I have one more that I can share real quick.
You
So
bet.
in my lack of scanning and optimizing my family, because I have everyone on a playlist.
Oh yeah.
I spoke to my mom. We were in Puerto Rico getting ready to come back home, and I, just how are you feeling and everything, and she says, well, honestly, she's like, everything's hurting. My knee hurts, my hip hurts, and my shoulder hurts. And I'm like, She's like, I don't know. I'm not doing anything differently. I'm not doing anything differently. I said, but you know what's different, Mom? I haven't been scanning and optimizing you. I haven't been sending you playlists.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, oh, because I haven't had internet. So within 10 minutes, I was broadcasting a playlist for hip pain, one for shoulder pain, and one for knee pain. And about an hour later, I said, how are things feeling? And she said, everything except the right hip pain was still lingering a little bit, but that her knee was totally good and her shoulder was totally good. So,
Oh, wow.
there you go.
And now my thing is, if she would just clean up her diet, which she thinks is clean and it's not, just because she doesn't eat fast food doesn't mean you eat a clean diet.
Yeah.
But if she would eat a cleaner diet, her body could actually heal itself from these frequencies rather than continually relying on the frequencies.
Right.
But I'm her daughter and I'm going to help my mom. She birthed me, and so I owe her.
Yeah.
And I will continue to help her as long as I have internet and my subscription.
Yeah.
I will never be without it. I will never be without it. And I just, in wrapping up, I just want to thank you so much, Dr. Sheila, for having this call, for allowing us all to come together and to share our stories. It's so empowering, and I'm so grateful to you and your team for welcoming Jason and I in to try to make a difference in other people's lives, because we are every single day we are.
Yes, you are. And that makes my heart just on fire. I don't even have words. It's just such a blessing to my spirit when I hear these stories and I hear your love for the technology and what it can do. And you're not just letting it sit there, you're using it, and not just for yourself, but for everybody you care about. It makes me so happy. Well,
I told the
so
client today, I'll be real quick. I told the client today, she's like, I don't know how to show this to somebody. I'm like, just ask what the pain is, run a frequency scan on that part of the body for the pain, and ask them in 10 minutes how they feel. Don't answer any questions until they get a result. And then when you can't answer it, you can call us and we'll answer it for them. And she's like, that's perfect.
perfect. I love that.
You don't need to know everything about the scanner. You don't need to have all the answers. You
You
just
never
need
will.
to show. You just need to show people, right? That's
Yes.
what it's all about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give them the experience.
Absolutely. Thank
Yes.
you again for this call.
Yes, thank you all for showing up and for sharing with us. I just love you guys so much, and we have a world that needs this, so we've got to keep sharing. And we'll find out what Solex has to teach tonight, and I will see you all next week.
Thank you, Dr. Sheila.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.